You're going to contaminate the whole bottle of cloning gel. It's better to pour a little bit into a shot glass or into some other container and then just use what you need for that day, dispose of the excess. Don't pour it back into the bottle. You want to keep it fresh from time to time, from use to use. So once you take your cutting and prepare it, dip it in the cloning gel. You can either put it directly into your growing medium, your soilless mix or your soil, or better yet, try putting it into a clone machine. A clone machine is an aeroponic system where the bare stems are suspended in air. It creates a mist chamber in the root zone. The stem is held in a neoprene insert. The stem is held below in the mist chamber. So the misting heads are spraying water and nutrients directly onto the bare stem. That means there's more oxygen. You get faster rooting and healthier roots. Now, one tip that I like to use is when I'm taking my cuttings and dipping them into the gel, I turn off the clone machine and set up so that every plant is already planted. That gives the plant a chance to absorb a little bit of the gel, to harden up a little bit on the edges and the tips of the stem. Once that happens, I know that the auxins are going to be able to have their effect. So then I turn back on my clone machine, so then let nature take its course for a while. Once you stick the cutting, wait till it has a chance to root. It may take a few days. Now once you see on the edge of that cut stem a callus forming, that tells you that the conditions are right for making roots. And it's at that point where it's a good idea to add your root stimulants. I like to mix up concentrated root stimulants that have the kelp extract, remember, have the humic and fulvic acid, maybe a little amino acids. I mix it up in a concentrated form though, and then I squirt it directly onto the bare stems because then it's more concentrated. It tells the plant, make more roots. So the rooting hormone just pushes the doorbell and says, make roots. The root stimulant is only effective once you have some roots appearing. That tells the plant to make more roots for more lateral root growth and more root mass. So spray it directly on, let it drip into your clone machine into a less concentrated form that's recommended from the beginning, and then walk away. Don't even look at the plants again, at least for 4 or 5 days. It's very tempting for us to want to open it up, pull up the plant and see if it has roots yet. But every time you lift up that plant, you disturb the microscopic root hairs. You put it back down, the plant could stall. It could literally stall for 2 days, 2 or 3 days. So be patient and let nature take its course. I like to, once I add the root stimulant, I walk away. I won't even look at my plants for at least a few days. But then when I finally come back, open up the clone machine, it's full of snowy white, feathery roots.